I cried ×2 today, just at the middle of nowhere, on a steering, oh my God, on a single carriageway, driving to work this morning. An angel appeared and said, slow down, calm down, take a deep breath, take a deep breath. And the tears were like, I couldn't even speak. Jesus Christ, what I saw today, I am stressed, but I thank God in all. Anyway, before I go into the story of my experience earlier today, let me just start by saying I am stressed all round. My head is bim, 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 bim. Guys, we are moving from this house. That's next week. Today is Monday, so by next week, Thursday or Friday, because we've not even finalized for the van that will move us to the city where we have found a house. You know, it's a whole lot on me. It's a whole lot on me. Guys, who created women like this? Yes, what I want to say is this before I tell the story of what happened to me earlier on today, why I cried and all of that. If you are moving home, trying to relocate, and you would need the services of the council to move your things, they call it bulky waste removal services, you know, on your council's website. That is what it's called in their website here. And guess what? They are very, very cheap compared to any other external services. Unfortunately, I've not contracted any, but I've been told already. And I went onto their website yesterday because we found the house on Saturday. That was 2 days ago. I didn't waste time. So from that Saturday, it was just about 12 days for us to move. Yeah. I checked. I did my entries because they will ask you to identify the items needed to be moved. You know, I identified all of them. 6 items for £26, then 12 items for 46, right? Or thereabout. I did it for the first time. I was timed out. I started again because the time limit is 5 minutes. I started all over. When it was about the time to pick when they would come, the dates, they would come pick up this. The date I would love them to come is on the 23rd. That's next week. I think it's next week, Wednesday or thereabouts, if today is 14th. Yeah. Guess what? They said they will be coming 3 times, 3 different days to pick from what came up on their website. First will be on that 23rd, second one 28th, third one 31st. Whereas we are leaving this house on the 24th. I was shocked-alized. I didn't know what to do. I went on our church group. I asked them. The pastor just told me that unfortunately the church doesn't have a van anymore. That maybe individuals might reach out to me. Up until now, nobody has reached out to me. I said, okay. That aside, this is for you. If you are moving home, please start on time. If you are going to be using the council to move them furnitures to a recycling center, because I have a couple of, like the bed I showed you. Imagine council moving all the bed, drawers, garden table, dining table, and a couple of other things just for the price of 45. But remember what I told you the last time, just that bed alone, I called a moving company. They said I should pay 250 just for bed alone, £250 to remove just mattress and bed base. So council is far more cheaper if you are planning to move. Just use the council, but endeavor to apply on time so that you wouldn't be like me that got disappointed. You know, it's a whole lot. So this morning, I got ready to go to work. You know, this is my 6th week working in Darlington. So when I started first day, second day, I used SatNav to drive down to work. The 3rd day, I used SatNav to drive down. Coming back home, I even forgot to put on the SatNav. I've driven for like 10 minutes. I just record, oh, SatNav. I said, no need, because I was even on a motorway, you know. And I was able to find my way home. I said, wow, what's the need of this SatNav anymore? So in the last 1 month, I've always driven to work without the SatNav, using the same, plying the same route or route The UK people, they say routes, Americans say routes, to drive them to work to and fro. And it has always been smooth. 23 minutes or 25 minutes, So this morning as I was driving to work, I've driven for about 15 minutes. PM got into one of the single carriageway, Oh, immediately I got into it. About 3 minutes driving into it. Cars ahead of me, they were reversing. I said, what is happening? I looked, I saw a sign that says roadblock, boldly written. My heart went film. You know why? I do not have mobile data. Hey! Jesus. And the other alternative road, once you get into it, just 1 minute into it, you are entering motorway, proper motorway. My heart was skipping, was pounding. Before I reversed, I was like, what am I going to do? So, as I reversed, I didn't want to get into that motorway because no internet. She be coming down. Guess why? It is funny for somebody to say they don't have mobile internet in the UK. Yes, it is funny, strange, isn't it? For the past 4 years I've been in the UK, my mobile internet renews on the 20th of every month. And guess what? Once it renews, it serves me for a month. And I wouldn't even use up the data for that month. Another one would, renew. So on the 20th, it renewed. PM. A day after, on the 21st, today is 14th, like I said. So I'm talking about last month, 21st of last month. Boom. I was trying to use my thing. The thing was not going. No data, no data. They sent me SMS. I was like, what happened? Possibly I put it in my bag, going to work. Maybe YouTube or something was playing in the background. So the data finished. And I've tried several in order to buy £5, to get the data again. I couldn't. I even asked my husband to help me because he was the one that registered me the first day we arrived in the UK in London Heathrow. He's paying for my own and his own. So the money goes out of his account. I said, okay, maybe you can do it. Possibly because I'm not the one that registered. He tried, he couldn't. I was contemplating going to off license to buy that. I don't know if it is possible to buy data off license. So at a point I was like, no need, since I'll be working all through. Like this, my job would end on the 18th. That's when school will be vacated next week. And then 2 days time, I will be indoors. I will be home using the Wi-Fi in the house. I said, okay, no need. Even at work, we don't have any need to use your phone, blah, blah, blah. I was just driving to work without sat nav and all of that. So today, when this thing happened, I said, God. Immediately I reversed. I said I needed to pull up somewhere and think of what to do. I drove into a particular corner there. It doesn't look like a proper house, maybe a company or something like that. I didn't see anybody when I drove into that place. So immediately I cornered. I saw an angel, yes, in form of human being. That's what I call this man today. He just turned around. The way British people would smile, just their half a second smile. Yeah, is there anything like half second? But his own, he gave me should I call it 5 minutes smile? Exaggeration though. He turned his smile truly. You okay? Because he was surprised I could pull into that corner. The tension was on me. He just left what he was doing. I think he was cutting a flower or something. A man in his 60s or thereabouts, he came. You okay? Before I could say I'm okay or I'm not okay, tears were running down my cheek. The road is blocked there. And I do not have mobile data because I was like, how am I going to get the address of where I'm going now? One thing I didn't want to do that morning was to call my agency to say, please, can you give me can you call my workplace to tell them that I will be late, blah, blah, blah. Today, Monday. Last week, Thursday, I had an emergency, sort of. I drove my son and his classmate to breakfast club in the morning. On getting there, the other little boy came off the car. He was child lock on the side he sat. He said, oh, I know how to do this in my daddy's car. He pressed something in my car. The car went, pim! Guess what? The door would not close. We tried and tried. It was 7:57 We tried for 3 minutes. My door wouldn't shut. And there's no way I could drive it like that back here. My son's school is about 5 minutes drive from here. 25 minutes walk. I just asked them to go into school. He busted into tears. He noticed that he has really done something. I was tensed. I was tensed because I needed to have, left 8 o'clock for me to get to work around 8:25. I said, go, both of you should go into the school for breakfast club. They start 8. I rang my mechanic. He said he will be taking his child. Thanks goodness, this little boy's dad was the person that referred me to the mechanic next door, Oyibo, British guy. So when I rang him, he said he will be taking his daughter to school, that he will be there, because I told him, look at where I was at that time. He said, okay. I waited for about 5 minutes. I saw one gentleman there. I approached the man. I said, please, can you help me try? The man came and tried. The door wouldn't shut. Before I know it, look at my mechanic and the wife driving down on their Jeep. Piam, this man came, touched the door. The door closed. I said, Jesus, I thank you. It was 8:15, 15 minutes. 8:15 already. And he said I shouldn't pay nothing. Yes, he said, no, don't pay cheap. I drove to work. So I was late and I rang my agency. So they called my workplace. So, so that wasn't exactly what I would have loved to do again this morning, to call my agency to say, call school, I'll be late and blah, blah. So all of these things got me tensed. So the angel that came, was like, calm down, slow down, take a deep breath, speak to me, I can help you. What is it? I said, right now, I don't even know. Okay, where I'm going to, this is the school I'm going to. He said, yes. How about your sat nav, the app? Guys, I forgot the name of the app that I am using. I searched my phone. I couldn't even remember the name. My body was shaking. My hand was shaking, shivering like this. For 1 minute, I was just trying to remember what the app is called on my phone. And it clicked, Whiz. I said, oh. I said, do you have your phone to share hotspots with me? Blah, blah, so that I can find the school's postcode. Guess what? Immediately I opened my Whiz. Piam, the school's name came up. Being that I've typed it in 1 month ago on my sat nav, the app I use. Immediately I saw the name. I said, yeah, the school is here. So look at the name of the place I'm going. It's okay. Because with that mobile data, you can as well use sat nav, Google Map, especially when driving. I don't know in any other condition you can, use that. Yes, another condition that I used my thingy, that I was able to access my phone with that internet, was yesterday. I went to Tesco to buy something. After I paid for everything, they were like, scan your Tesco club card. I have it on my phone. I just told the girl, sorry, I don't have mobile internet. He said, okay, you can keep the receipt and renew it at the customer service. I said, that's fine. So I went into the filling station to fill my car. I was like, okay, let me just try this. I opened my phone. The barcode opened and I scanned it. I said, wow. So I'm able to scan without internet. So make you delay though. In case you did not learn anything from my story, at least pick this one without mobile data. You can also use Google Map without mobile data on your phone. Piam! That was how the man helped me. He said, okay. I said, God, this is not connected. He said, what I would do, reverse the car. Once I reverse, the sat nav would pick up the route. I said, okay. I reversed, drove into the motorway. PM, I was late for 10 minutes when I got to work. On getting to work, I checked my phone. Guess what? My phone was just 30%. I didn't check. First time, even when I don't have mobile data, each morning I would wake up to charge my phone. 100%, 90% before I go to work. When I checked, it was 30%. I said, Jesus, that means for 8 hours or 7.5 hours I will stay here. This phone will go when. What if I am to go back through that strange route that I followed afterwards? I am not used to that. Oh my goodness. I was thinking, I just had to open up to the teacher I worked with, a male teacher. I just told him my experience in the morning because I asked if he has Samsung charger so that I can charge my phone. He said, sorry, he doesn't bring his charger to school. Which is understandable because even if I charge my phone 100%, take it to work, sometimes I come back with 80%, 85% because There's no time for you to use phone at work in this very country. My break is 30 minutes. That's the only time I would even press. You know, I was so worried. I didn't know what to do. You know, so during my break time at 1 o'clock, I was like, God, possibly the road that they've closed, that normal route I usually follow, they may have opened it in the afternoon. I was like, what if they did not? They actually placed something to say road blocked. But then I didn't read the subheading to know the time, because normally when they block a road, they usually put time it will be opened. I did not read that. I was so worried. Worried about my phone going flat. I wouldn't be able to use the offline sat nav to drive home, you know, plying the strange road. At the end of the school day, my phone was 15%. Before I could get to my car, it came down to 14%. I said, God, I beg. God, I beg. Okay, maybe if I should put the sat nav on, it would direct me. And if the sat nav directs me to my regular route, that means that road is opened. PM, immediately I just typed in put in home, because it's automatically there. PM, the sat nav directed me again to my regular routes that I've been plying since 1 month ago. I said, maybe the road has been opened. Yep, my brothers and my sisters, I drove straight to that road. On getting to that, the roundabout leading to that road, usually I take left to get into that road. But the sat nav says straight ahead. And I looked, that road is still blocked. I said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Another strange route. You know, my fear, let my phone not go off. I think once my phone gets to 10%, it goes blank, black screen. You wouldn't read anything. And I have about, assuming I follow that normal route, it should be like 15 minutes to get home. But this new route, I don't even know how long. I didn't even look at you know, normally it was right there. I entered the road. My sat nav was not talking, even in the morning. I don't know for what reason why the volume is not coming up, you know. Because I planned to use just road map. I know it's difficult to read road map, especially the road you are not used to use just road map, blah, blah, blah. And it's also hard when your sat nav is not talking and you're driving. Because sat nav makes it easier when it tells you, okay, in 300 miles, you're going to turn left, you're going to use the exit right, blah, blah, blah. It makes it easier for you to prepare yourself ahead of plan, to position yourself on the right lane. But this one, sat nav will not they talk. So I was reading. Jesus. I entered this road. Still a motorway again. I just read in 3 kilometers, you know. It showed, in fact, I just have to read ahead to see what to do after 3 kilometers. It came up, you will turn left. I said, okay, I know that I will turn left, even if this phone goes off. Bam, I turned left again. You showed in another 5 kilometers. I said, Jesus Christ, too. What will happen in another 5 kilometers? You know, it would not show you until it's about 1 kilometer ahead. That's when you would see the next maneuver that you would do. I beat that 5 kilometers, entered another 1.5 kilometers. I said, God. And it was me to exit motorway. Piam, he said, turn left. Immediately, I turned into that motorway. As in, I turned left, slant road. My phone went off. Piakayam, I said, Jesus, where I am? I don't even know where I was as at that point. I am not familiar with that road. I said, God of mercy and might. So as I was coming off that slant road, there was road signs. On my right says Maidenton. On the left it says Sad Badge. Sad. See, if you are driving, be reading names of all these towns and villages. So I've been familiar with that name. I think it's the name of a town, Sad Badge. I said, okay, Sad Badge, left. Yes, that should be the route I should follow. No, I've not seen Maidenton before, so I shouldn't go right. Thank God there was no vehicle coming behind me, because I just paused for some time. There is a giveaway sign though. I just stayed there to think. I said, go left, Chichi. Immediately I entered left. I looked to my right. It was at that same point I had problem in the morning. Immediately I know that, okay, now I know where I am going from here. It should be about 13 minutes drive from that place to my house, or 15 minutes drive from that point to my house. Tears started again. My phone was off already, like I stated. You know, the realization of where I was going. I mean, all the maneuvers I will be doing, because I'll be entering a single carriageway that I will be driving for 7 minutes before I will do another maneuver to come down to my side. I started pouring. I was pouring like a baby driving. God, I thank you. God, I thank you. Look at me. I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed. Somebody should not laugh at me. On coming back here today, immediately I opened my door again. I saw a letter from the driving DV. Sorry, let me bring it. Yes, I got the letter. So the letter is from DVL. I say, Jesus Christ. Hey, drivers and vehicle licensing agents. I say, God, though, I don't get bese. I don't jump traffic light and blah, blah, blah. So I checked. It's from the road tax, that my road tax is due on the 31st. I paid for first 6 months, you know. So I'm asking you this question: if you're a driver in the UK or anywhere, is it better to pay by direct debit? My first was 6 months, and the person that helped me, I paid 190 something for 6 months. But on this place now, I got 3 options here. Is it 3 options? 2 options here. You know, if I should pay for 6 months again, I'll be paying £173, you know. And if I should pay by direct debit, it should be 165, 6 months. You know, that means I'll be paying £27.56 every month. 6 months, if I am just paying for 6 months stretch like I did, 173, then direct debit, 165. Do you think I should go on paying by direct debit? I don't know what you think. You know, is it better? Why wouldn't people pay by direct debit? That's what I'm asking. Oh, Jesus. Then I opened my phone. It was a message from my husband. You know, we got a house 2 days ago, like I stated. And then we applied for Somto School. The school that made us to like find a house in that location. A Catholic school that has a standing rating by Ofsted. Guess what? No space for Somto. I say, Una no go kill me. I will not cry. I refuse to cry. No space for Somto. Currently in Somto's class, 2 people are living, Somto and one other guy. That boy found a school in London, you know. So if anybody is applying to go to year 5 in Somto school, there are 2 spaces. But this place now, I don't know, maybe no child is living in year 5. That might be the reason. But they said they will put him on a waiting list. I don't know. I am praying that we'll find a space there, you know. So it's a whole lot on me. Next week to move, everything is still here. So moving is quite challenging. Like yesterday, I put in our Igbo group, you know, sharing things. If you want this, come and take it. If you want this, come and have that. You can buy. I'm selling our mower and a couple of things, and some things are going for free. Anybody that is interested would come and buy, you know, while I find a way to book for the charity shop to come and get some things out of here. But if anybody comes, they want those things because they are okay. You cannot give to the charity here what is bad. They will not come and carry those things. You know, it's a whole lot. Yesterday, Somto wrote all of this, 30 cards. I just wrote a message for him. He did it. It took him 2 days. He started on Saturday. He wrote on 5 of them, on 10 of them. And then yesterday, he did 20. So today, I packaged everything, including the teacher's own PM. Sent it off to school. That was out of my way. Then on Sunday, yesterday was our Bring and Share Sunday, and it was just the last Sunday for us to have Bring and Share with the church members. I just cooked a fried rice, sent it off to church yesterday. You know, I thought it was going to be a moment for me and some of Nigerians. Ayo, I missed you in church yesterday, and a couple of them. Yeah, but it was fun sitting together having, it's like the last supper for us, you know. But it was really interesting. Guys, a lot is on my head. I do not know. I need the grace of God. Don't forget about this fine face. Forget about this fine face. Everything touches me this time around. Sleeping is a problem for me. You know, my husband is not here, even though we communicate, but it will never be as good as when two people are in the same house, helping, talking, and all of that. It's hard on me, planning all of this. On coming back this afternoon straight, I just took something to McDonald's, bought him Happy Meal. Not as if we don't have food. I have fried rice in the fridge, but he wouldn't eat it. He said it's yellow rice with, you know, children and picky. He doesn't like all them veg. I have jollof rice cooked last Sunday in the freezer, but I don't want to give him that. Yeah, because he had rice yesterday. Yeah, and pizza yesterday in church and all of that. You know, so I just came back here, had my beans, and that's okay. That's okay. I don't want to go through the stress of asking somebody what I have broccoli. I don't want to go through that stress. I will be ironing this night. I have tidying to do. I have, what is it called? Yeah, for the housing, the accommodation we found, I am filling my own part of the form. You know, I think it's checks, like DBS checks, referencing. I will do all of that this evening, myself alone. YouTube video should go aside though. Now when I get time, that's when I will upload this. Guys, thank you once again for watching. I don't know if you learned anything from this video, but even if you do not, please forgive me. Forgive me. Subscribe to my channel, like, and keep coming back for more. And wish us best of luck as we prepare to move out of this house next week. Thank you and bye for now.